crossover with Coach TM, week number 7. Let's start by getting your mind right. You cannot save people. You can only love them. Here we go. This week, the Super Bowl's over. The NBA trade deadline is over. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to go a little different direction, and we're going to talk about things that are outside of your typical sports realm. I'm going to start off by talking about Dick Vitale, Dickie V. Some of you may not know, but we haven't heard much of Dickie V on the college basketball scene because he's undergoing treatment for cancer. He's had a couple procedures and he's doing well. His spirits are high, but Dickie V, for all of you old heads out there who've been watching college basketball for a long time, he's the one who came up with the diaper dandies and, man, there's so many of them that he's come up with that sayings in the basketball culture, especially the college basketball culture, that we know we repeat originated from Dickie V. He was the life of college basketball for so many years. And he's going through some procedures with his health, and we just pray for Dickie V. Hopefully he comes out of this great and is able to get back on the mic. Next up, we just had Valentine's Day earlier this week. Love is in the air, and I want to talk about a couple. Hopefully things will work out. Some of you may not know, Simone Biles, the #1 gymnast in the world for the past about 5 years. And we all know that her issues with mental health during the Olympics and all of that. And, we all just pray for her that she's strong and she's in a good place and she's healthy. She got engaged. She got engaged to Jonathan Owens, who's a defensive back for the Houston Texans. Hopefully this is a good, solid relationship. Hopefully they really love each other and they're doing things the right way. But Simone Biles is now engaged to Jonathan Owens. Best of luck, you two. Keep the love going. Next up, where is your sense of humor? Some people is not as big as others. What I'm speaking about specifically, Tyler Perry. He's the king of comedy. He's the king of making jokes, poking fun, those types of things. He made a little parody of himself as Mary J. Blige from her halftime concert performance. You just have to see it to judge its funniness for you. If you don't take things serious, it can be really funny. I'm sure that he meant it in a comical way. There's no way he would want to slight Mary J. Blige. She's the queen of hip hop, the queen of R&B. And, it's just his way of showing love, I believe. So, but you got to check that out. There you go. Tyler Perry in his parody of Mary J. Blige. So check that out. Come back to this station and tell me your thoughts on that. Last up for this week, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Winter Olympics. More specifically, we're going to talk about steroid use. Steroid use is something that really taints amateur Olympic competition. That's what the Olympics are supposed to be based off of, is good old-fashioned amateur competition. When you put in elements such as making money and especially steroid use, it takes out the amateur vibe of the Olympics. The Russian Olympic team for years has been guilty of having widespread steroid use for their teams. So much so to the fact of Russia has basically been banned from the Olympics, but there's a small group of people from the Russian country that said, you know what? We're athletes. We do it the right way. They branched off, and now they're known as the ROC, which is the Russian Olympic Committee. And those are supposed to be athletes that train hard, train clean, and are not involved in steroids in any way. But recently, there's been some accusations in their figure skating realm that some of the athletes there are testing dirty for banned substances. Is this Russia continuing to try to do it dirty and getting caught? Or is this a case of the Russian Olympic Committee just having a false positive test or an isolated event where they are performing clean, but it's just one incident that has happened? You let me know what you think of the ROC and them performing clean in the Olympics. That's going to draw us to a close for week number 7 of your crossover. Coach TM, and as always, peace in. See you next week.